Hi, my name is Christopher Plummer for all the people that don't know me. And today I'm gonna give you an update about my sister and also a little bit about um, mental illness. So hopefully we have somebody here to talk about it. But right now, if you want to call in, I can give you a number that you can call in live on WhatsApp, and you can put in your 2 points. But people was asking me what happened to my sister friend, why they don't donate blood. Yes, they all donate blood, and a lot of people do donate blood. But the problem is, they it's not the right. They don't have the same match. They don't. Their blood type doesn't match. So she have a lot of slip. A lot of people donate blood, but it's not the right match. So yeah. So if you want to call in about mental health and what's going on, you can call me at. You can tag the number 876 840 8839. Hey, move down. Move down. Move down. So you can call in on WhatsApp. It's a WhatsApp number. It's 876 840 8839. And you can call in and we can talk about what is mental health or what's going on. I was watching this video in Jamaica of this guy named Delano or whatever, I don't remember his name, Delano, and he go out of his way to help a family, and they turn on him in a quick second. So I want to know if that's mental health or that's just hatred. So if you think I'm right or maybe think I'm wrong, you can call in and discuss about your own mental health. If you talk, come in live and let's talk. So yeah, you can always comment, make a comment in the you can always make a comment or join the live, whichever one you prefer. So yes, do you ever been through mental health? You ever um, have a problem with mental health? Do you know somebody who have a problem with mental health? So call in and let's talk. Do you yourself go through postpartum depression? Yes, we can talk tonight on Plumber TV and share some of your difficulty. Yes. Our comment. Anything to say out there? Anybody want to call in and talk about mental health or text in something about mental health? Why do people why I don't want to use the wrong word, but why people put so much stigma against mental health? Why people look down on each other when they have a mental problem? I have a friend that's going through mental health, and yeah, as I explained to you, there's a guy that used to work for me. Um, there's a friend of mine. He have a nervous breakdown or whatever they call it, and I take him to the doctor. And when I take him to the doctor, they give him medication and they give him prescription stuff to take. And then he went home to his family, and the family take it from him and said he need more than that, he need prior. And they didn't give him the medication, and then a couple of months after, probably like 9 months after, I heard that he allegedly stabbed his wife, killed him, called 911, tell 911 that his wife working demons on him. So he's in jail right now. So why does we Jamaican people don't believe that mental illness is real? Why we think everything is ODR and prior? So if you want to call in and let's talk about, I know a lot of us Jamaicans don't want to talk about mental illness, but yes, if you have my number, you can call in and let's talk about it. Can you pin my number and let's talk. Plumber TV. Anybody out there want to call in and call in and talk about mental illness? Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. Oh, you have to tell me. Go on. So, somebody just call, alright, the more people talk about their problem, the more people recognize it's an issue, mental illness. So that's from LM. So yeah, that's a good idea. A lot of people hide it, sweep it under the rug. So yeah, that's true. The more people talk about their problem, share their problem with other people, yes, they will help other people out there with their mental illness problem. So yes, if you're out there, I would like for you to call in and let's talk about stuff that's going on, stuff that make you mad, stuff that you think that's alright, because so you can call in at 876 840 8839 and let's talk. Have a seat, let's talk. Have a seat. Since let's talk. Adults, tomorrow. Since let's talk. They're on there in the background being background jockey and they don't want to come and talk. Let's have a discussion. What's going on out there? So anybody out there saw some people jump on the live? Yeah, you can come and talk. You don't have to be afraid. We don't bite around here. Plumber TV. Anybody out there want to talk about mental illness? You can come on live. So as I was saying last week, you put it up? Yeah, you can tag it in, yeah. So my number is online, Plumber TV, so look on Plumber TV and you can see the number and you can call in. And WhatsApp, it's a WhatsApp call only. And you can call in and let's talk about mental illness. Because there's, as I'm saying, yeah, people fight with it a lot. So let's say I have a friend that he go through it hard. From his father died, he just take it real bad. Like he take it real bad and he go through depression and nervous breakdown, and yeah, one day um, it was cold outside. It was like probably 19 degrees, snowing, and he come by me, and then I saw him taking off his shirt in the cold that is hot. So I said, "What's going on?" And you know, he turned to me and said, "Do you believe in Obia?" And I said, "No, I don't." He said to me, "I think somebody trying to Obia me." I said, "Why? Somebody will try to obey you? Why?" I don't know, but I feel weird, like somebody tried to obey me. So I tell him to put on back his clothes, put on back his shirt, put on back his shirt, and he was down in his box. I said, "Put on back your pants, it's cold outside," so I put a jacket around him. And then he started acting weird, so I said, "Come in the truck, come in my car," I take him to the emergency room, yeah, and take him to the hospital. And they admit him in this psychiatric ward. And he was there for a couple of days. And they discharged him in his aunt custody. And then she don't want him to take his medication. She said he need prayer. So I think he called over the pastor, some church sister, and they pray for him, and they sing song, and they do all this stuff. And the one thing that they're supposed to do is give him his medication, and they didn't. And 9 months later, he allegedly killed his wife. Didn't kill his kid, but he killed his wife. And called 911 and let them know that he killed his wife, and he have because the wife put in demons on him, and now he's in jail just because they refuse, or he didn't take his medication according to people. So if somebody out there know anybody going through mental illness, or yourself going through postpartum depression, you can call in and make other people know what's going on. It's good to make, as LMA said, talk about it, let other people learn from what's going on in your life, and share what's going on in your life. And if you don't want to give a name, it can be anonymous. And the number is in the chat. It's 876-8408-839. And WhatsApp call only. So you can call in and talk what's going on. Yes. Me myself go through the depression too. When I lost my brother, I cannot take it hard, because yes, because he used to live with me, and then he takes sick, and he was fighting it in the hospital for 21 days. He have a heart attack. So yeah, so I know it's real, but not a lot of people go and get help. Not a lot of people talk about it. So if you know anybody out there, you can write in your comment, and yes. Hello. Who is that? On the chat. F. It's name. So who's in the house? Top F. Who's in the house is Plumber TV. We're talking about mental illness. So subscribe, like, and share. We're talking about mental illness, and you can call in if you would like to. You can call in at 876 WhatsApp call 876-840-8839. WhatsApp only. Yeah, we're talking about mental illness because it's real. Um, yeah. Good night. Good night. Good night. One. Huh? Yeah, blessed one is in the house. Yeah, good night, blessed one. Blessed one, we're talking about mental illness and yeah, if you have something to share, as I say, I was sharing about a friend of mine who going through depression and end up allegedly kill his wife and call 911 to say his wife working witchcraft on him. So, because his family refused for him to get mental health, I refused for him to take his medication. So that's what the topics tonight, blessed one. So yeah, if you want to write or call in, the number is in the comments, so you can call into Plumber TV and give your 2 cents, blessed one. Given the number again, it's 876-840-8839. So blessed one, if you want to call in or write, it's good. Yeah. So we are on the live, try to see if your text or your calling, your information can help somebody out there who is going through depression. So yes. Delete. Yeah, blessed one? No, take it out. Uh, yes, blessed one. A blessed one. So if you're in the chat, so you can press the thumbs up. You can press the like button, and you help me to more people going out for views. Or you can make a comment. Blessed. Do you see what talking going on here? Yes. So we're talking about mental illness. Why do people run from it? Why do people afraid to talk about it? Why do people hide it when it's real? You know? Yeah, I too myself struggled with it for a long time when losing my brother. So yeah, the struggle is real. So if you're out there, more ladies suffering from postpartum depression, please go get help. Please go find counseling. Please go get help because mental illness is real and postpartum depression is real. I was reading a story with a lady somewhere I think in Texas, that John is 3 kids in the bathtub and said God told him to do it. Read what Blessing One said. Hello? Hello? Yeah, Blessed One. Oh, Blessed One. Yeah, sorry about that. You don't want to bathe? So, you heard a lady said, oh, sorry, Blessed One. You heard a lady said she don't want to bathe. Yeah, I heard that lady too. She said she going through depression that she don't bathe, and the person asked her if she don't stink, and she said no, I don't stink, I don't smell. But yeah, I heard a lady talking. I think I heard it on Facebook. There's a lady said that she don't bathe for like weeks, month at a time, somewhere there. And yes, so I don't understand that. How can you go weeks, months at a time and don't bathe and don't smell? So yeah, blessed when I heard the same story. I couldn't believe it when I heard she say it. Yes, Nurse James. Yes. Good night. Good night. I'm here talking about mental health. If you can, we're talking about mental health. Like why do people put such a stigma on it? Why do people don't want to go and get help? It's kind of crazy why there is mental health is real. Mental illness is real, and I don't know why people don't want to go and get help. So if you can tag the number in the chat, you can call. Tag the number. You can call and WhatsApp call. And let's put in your 2 cents, or you can type in the chat just like Blessed One. Yes, I heard the same story, Blessed One. I couldn't believe when I hear that lady said that for weeks she doesn't take a shower. She doesn't take a shower for weeks. It was crazy. Yes, big up, big up, big up. So, yeah, yes. Hello, Nurse James. Nice to see you. Come over, visit Plumber TV. We're talking about mental illness. So, I don't know if you know anybody that go through mental illness or postpartum depression. If you do, you can, or you yourself go through some depression. You can type in and put in your 2 cents because it will help. Because a lot of people think the only cure for mental illness is obeah or voodoo or witchcraft or whatever you can call it when it's actually real. Any comment? Yes, Nurse James. Yes, a lot of people. Yes, when they Nurse James say when you're depressed, you're afraid of the unknown, so you stay in the dark. You don't. Yes, that's true, Nurse James. A lot of people do that. A lot of people. Um, but I don't get it because sometimes you keep it up inside of you and you claim it. But a lot of people say they have a lot of friends. So if you have a lot of friends, talk to your friend. Say something to your friend. Don't keep it inside you because the more you keep it inside you, I think the worse it's get. So yeah. And that I see who is out there now. Yes, blessed one. Blessed one said it seems like people don't realize that yes, that's true, blessed one. Yes, a lot of people they keep it and they my opinion. My opinion is this is what I understand. A lot of people they go to church and when they go to church, they they pray and they put it all to God because they think if they pray hard enough or believe hard enough, their problem will go away. But mental illness is something that don't go away. You gotta go seek medication, go get help, go to therapy, do something. Don't sit around and think you're gonna take your Bible and pray it away. So to me, most people that suffer from mental illness, to me, most of them is church people. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think most church people, most of them, yes, it affect them more. So, um, oh, Chev is in the house. Oh, Chev, yes, Cheves, yeah. Good night, Chev one, Cheves. Um, anything else? Wow, there there's 970 people worldwide have substance abuse. Wow, worldwide since 2017. Wow, that's a lot. So you see, it's real. So it's not something to sweep under the rug and hide and keep to yourself. Yes, mental health. Well, mental. wellness, health. Yeah. So it's something that you gotta. If you have a friend and you're going through some crazy thinking or crazy belief, or like my friend, well, he usually call me, but he usually call me like 3 o'clock in the night or 3 o'clock in the morning or 2:30. So I start to say I end up blocking him, and then after I block his number, then he kill his wife. Allegedly kill his wife. Well, he's in jail, so he don't get charged as yet. But so sometimes I feel guilty that probably if I did answer the phone and talk to him like I usually talk to him before, probably it won't happen. You know. So yes, but if you on the live, I want to call in. Yes, you can call. Like there's a mental health specialist here online. If you want to call in, you can call in at 876-840-8839. And probably you can help somebody tonight who's going through mental illness or postpartum depression. Oh, there's 19% of people. Oh, wow. So, but there's so many people. Anything else? There's so much people around the world going through postpartum depression and nervous breakdown, or um, as one person said in the chat that his grandmother was suffering from mental health, and his grandfather take his grandmother to get electrical shock. I think that's torture to me, to take somebody to get. Well, maybe that was back in the days. I don't know how long that. Maybe that was back in the 70s, or probably, yeah, probably back in the 50s and 60s. I'm not sure, but if it was back, anything else coming in the chat? And if that was back in the 50s and 60s, yeah, that was, to me, that's torture. It's a good thing now you have medication to help people that going through it. So it's good to share what's going on. Or you can check what's going on. Um, mental mental wealth telepsychologist. Yeah. Psychiatric disorder running family. Oh wow. Oh, it's a genetic thing. But I know it's running family because it's hard to find. Especially I'm from Jamaica. It's hard to find a Jamaican family that don't have some form of postpartum depression, some part of nervous breakdown, or bipolar, or schizophrenic, or just name it. It's hard for me to think of a family that I don't know that don't have. But the same family who have it in their family, the same people that go around and put in other people's family down when the same thing is in their family. Same thing is in their house. But before they, as what I always say to people, when your bird stink, your mouth, when your bird stink, your nose doesn't tell you. But the person beside you know. So I always said, why we think about other people's business when we don't think about ourselves. We try to put other people down, put other family down, when mental illness in your family. It probably don't affect you, it probably don't affect your kids, but it affects somebody in your family. Yeah. Yes, blessed one I tried too. I think there's one online right now. It's telehealth. I think if you can call in mental wealth telepsychiatry. Can you call in mental wealth telepsychology? Can you call in because I think you can help a couple people online tonight. Blessed one, yes, blessed one, that's true. I tried to, but I think he's online. You can call in at 8, I give you the number again, 876 840. Okay. 8339 876 8. It's in the chat right now, so you can call in at 876 840 8839 and WhatsApp call. Yes, telepsychology say, what do you think about people that use mental illness for their crime? As I said, my friend allegedly killed his wife and called 911. He called 911 to say that his wife working witchcraft on him. So right now he playing that he's insane. So right now he's going through therapy, medication, and all those stuff to figure out. But they family call me and they want me to come and testify. But if I go and testify, I'm gonna talk the truth. And the truth is the family is the cause of it because they take away the medication from him. I take him to the doctor. I get him medication. I get him help. They prescribe medication for him. And he didn't take it. They didn't make it take it. They taking the prayer service. And he called me one day and he said, Chris, I was at my aunt's house. I'm in the basement. He bring the pastor, the deacon, his church sister, and they having prayer service and they praying. And when they all went upstairs, I'm praying for myself and say, Lord, why me? Why me? And my aunt come downstairs and started to curse me out to say, stop it, stop it. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Yes, I am crazy. Because if you guys praying for me, why I can't pray for myself? Why it's a problem if I am praying for myself? You know? So I don't get it. Maybe I'm too strong-minded. I don't understand. But yeah, but there's a lot of stigma around it. So I think that's why a lot of people think there's Obeah and church and is either you gotta go to the Obeah man or you gotta go to church. And to me, that's outdated. It's time for us to take care of ourselves. So since everybody calling, they want a specialist, so I'm gonna try to get one online. Hello? Because Blessed One, yeah, I'm trying to, but I see if I get one online right now, Blessed One. I try to get a specialist to see if you'll come online to talk about mental illness, because there's a lot of people out there, especially in the black community, suffering from mental illness. So not a lot of people want to talk on the phone or on the live or in the social media spaces. So a lot of people is shy. But but as Blessed One said, yeah, Blessed One, I'm trying to call especially, but seems like he's busy at the moment. So telepsychologist, can you call me? Hello? Yeah, you want to be on the live? for 5 minutes, try to help somebody because there's people out there. Yeah, it's okay. You just can talk about what's going on. People hiding. Yeah, Blessed One said, Blessed One have a lot of question. I think she's maybe going through it or he's going through it. I don't know if it's a he or she. But we were talking about there's a lady that said she don't bathe for months because and she don't stink. She thinks she don't stink. She don't bathe for months. Cause and she don't think she have a mental problem. So alright, do you wanna put it on the live? Alright, so Blessed One, we have a mental health specialist right now on the live. So you can ask your question, Blessed One. So Blessed One, what's the question? We were talking about that lady that said she didn't bathe for weeks and she don't Blessed One have a question? Yeah, hello. It's slowly I don't know, it's like 5 second delay. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, so Blessed One, there's a there's a what's your thing? Your specialist what
I'm
is
a
it?
psychiatric nurse practitioner.
So Blessed One is a psych addict. What? Say it again.
Psychiatric nurse practitioner.
Psychiatric nurse practitioner. So Blessed One, there's you said I must get a specialist. So there's a specialist online. So what's your question, Blessed One? Hello.
I'm listening.
So Blessed One said what? Blessed One said what is some of the things that cause mental health?
Mental health or mental illness?
Mental illness. If it's all genetics, it's all genetics or trauma.
Oh no, mental illness is not all genetics. You have it depends on the mental condition. You have some people are predisposed to it based on their genetics. Then you have substance induced disorders as well as trauma related disorders.
Oh, so it's not all genetics then.
No, it's not all genetics. No.
Okay. So any more question, Blessed One? But what's the main thing that's triggered? That's because for some people it's the death of a family. Like my friend is death of his father because him and his father was close, and they move like brothers, like they're twins. So he loses his father, and since then he just lose it.
Oh, okay. So the loss of a loved one, you can experience depression. I'm not hearing. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay. So the person. It all depends on you ask what triggers it. So
Yeah.
it all depends on what condition the person's experiencing. So the person's experiencing depression. It could, if they have the loss of a loved one, they could experience depression. Depression may be short term, it may be long term. Um, so in that case, it's not specific really what you're asking, but what can trigger it? The person has depression from a loved one, then yes, the loss of a loved one can cause a person to experience some depression.
Okay. Any more question, Blessed One? Yeah. So why does Jamaican and a whole put such a stigma and mental illness. Do you have an idea of it? Do you know why?
Well, I do not know why on a whole Jamaicans, it's not just Jamaica though. There's a stigma attached to mental illness in the United States as well. Jamaica has gotten better as far as stigmatizing mental illness because now you're hearing celebrities and other people coming out and speaking out that I am diagnosed, I have this problem, I have this issue. So we have come a far way,
Yes, and
as well as the way.
I don't cut it.
Pardon?
That's true too because when I was in Jamaica the other day, I saw people driving around and looking for people with mental problem and giving them injection. Like they look for them and they know where they are. So yeah, back in the days when I was younger, that wasn't around. So
And, and that is true because I remember back then at like some of my hospital, when people come in the hospital who had mental illness, they were hog tied to beds.
yeah,
The handling of the mentally ill is different in Jamaica. It has changed like a 360 degrees turn.
yeah. So it's really changed a lot in Jamaica. You know. Anything else from Blessed One?
And someone typed in that I hear that since the pandemic, it's more prevalent. Oh, yes. They
So
say,
yeah. Oh yeah, go on. Go on.
yes. Yes, because first of all, COVID 19 does affect the neurological system. So that is one issue. It directly affects it physically as well. It affects it, but then you also have the problem of isolation. Remember, the pandemic had a lot of people isolated. You had job loss, family loss, so all of that contribute to, serious mental issues.
Yeah, because they were saying that the kids, like most of the kids, they miss their friend in school and they're not socializing and so they say they affect kids way more than other people. So I don't know if you have a
I
two
mean,
cents on that.
I'm not sure of the statistics on that, but I know it affects. It affects everyone. I know kids were committing suicide, and adults were having the same issues too. So I'm not sure if it affects one population more than the other.
So do they still do? Somebody write in the comment that his grandmother have mental illness and his grandfather take him to do shock therapy. Do they still do shock therapy in America?
Yes, they still do. It's called they call it shock therapy or ECT, electroconvulsive therapy. It is still done.
Really?
Yes.
But that's not a form of like abuse, or you don't think it's a form of abuse, or you know?
No, no, it is used to treat usually patients who try medications and try everything therapy, and they're not progressing. Then that's an option um, for them to consider, and it's done in a humane way.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. I
Uh-huh.
was in Jamaica the other day, and I know somebody that suffer from mental illness. I know for a long time, and one time I pay somebody to take him to the doctor and he get help. And then I went back to Jamaica. When I was in Jamaica, I saw him. And I said, "What's going on? It seems like you come off your medication." Yeah, this pastor said I should bring him offering or whatever they call it, and they have you go like every twice a month. He said, and they have prayer meeting and stuff. When he was on his medication, he would just nice go to work and and then I saw him walking on. He have a car, and I saw him walking on the street, like barefooted, no shirt, you know. And I know he have a car. I know where he live, but he chose not to take his medication because the pastor told him not to take it because it's it's like messing up his inside and it's not natural and he should come to Jesus and give his heart to Jesus and pray and believe and you know you will overcome. Do you believe that prayer can overcome mental illness?
My personal belief is that with prayer, you can overcome anything and everything.
No, I'm talking about mental illness. You in the field right
With
now.
mental illness,
Yes.
to be honest, I still believe that we have to take our medications,
Okay, 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 okay. Now you're
get
talking.
evaluated, and just work from there with faith.
Yes, and then prayer will, I think to me, then prayer will help because then you have a stable, what you would say now, like a stable routine to know that every Sunday you're going to church or every day at 7 o'clock or every morning at 7 o'clock you're going to pray. Do you understand? But
Yes, and one thing that's very important, Chris, is having a support system.
yes, that's what I'm
Having a
saying.
support system. It is so important. So even although you are saying prayer alone doesn't work, it does not work by itself. But
Okay,
having those people around you to
to
support
talk
you,
to and
yes, looking out for you, making sure you take your medicine, that is so important.
because I know my mother suffered from postpartum depression. It's called long term. I don't know if you know that term, but the doctor told me he suffered from long term postpartum depression. Do you know that term?
I know about postpartum depression. Not sure the situation with your mom and stuff, so I do not want to comment on anything
No, no. I'm
personal.
asking if you know about long term. If you never heard this diagnosis before, long
The
term.
long term, I have handled postpartum depression in person. I have handled it, in patients myself, but I have heard the terminology long term postpartum, but I've never taken care of anyone with
Okay.
that condition now. But I've heard the terminology before.
Yeah, because I was looking on something online and I saw where there's a lady. She's suffering from long term postpartum depression and she
Oh,
wake up out the bed, take her kids out the bed, and join all three of them. So
oh, really?
it's that bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, Nurse James said, yes, yes, yes. This is a good topic, Nurse James. Nurse James said, people in Jamaica think mental illness is spirit is like people walk over and you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
mean, like I was saying, it's been like that for years growing up, but it's changing.
so do you believe that somebody can fly from Jamaica, go to Haiti, some guy can't read what you said? I don't know how to put it, but you don't know his tail, his head from his foot, and he gonna jump around, sprinkle some water, some oil, and then send to Jamaica to obey me. And then next day I'm gonna go, oh, I'm crazy. Why do black people believe in that? I don't get it. Because I don't know one white people that believe in it.
I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not sure if other, races believe in it.
Well,
I'm not
there's
sure.
I've been to Africa and then I go in Africa and then they believe in it there. So I think it's just a African thing and Afro Caribbean thing.
I'm not sure. I really can't speak on that.
Yeah. Why do we think that? Why do we think that somebody gonna go um somewhere and you know like me and you have an argument or me you go to eat my yam and I'm gonna go to Clarendon. I'm gonna leave Westmoreland and go to Clarendon and pay somebody $15,000 to kill you or to harm you to hurt you because it's time so civilized now. I don't get it. Why do people still believe in Obia?
don't have any idea. But then,
The,
one reading I did in the past was that voodoo is some West Africa spiritual thing. So, some ancestral thing. So I'm not sure if it's just people still practice that.
when I was 18, I went to a doctor in Jamaica, and the doctor told me a story about his brother and his next door neighbor. So the doctor told me that I used to work at a hotel, so you know, I would I somebody told me that since I'm working, I have money, I should go in to do um, physical checkup. So I went in to do physical checkup, and
What happened?
I don't know. So I went in to do physical. So I was just telling the story that when I was younger, 18, 19, I was working at a hotel. So I went in to do a physical checkup, and the doctor told me. So I was telling the doctor I work at a hotel, and people talking about OB and all this stuff, and he turned to me and said, "I tell you a story, young man. This is a story that I share with four other persons, and the four persons is my mom, my dad, my sister, and my brother." He said when he went to the University of West Indies to be a doctor, he get a study. He get a assignment to study about lead, and when he reached the second page in the book, and he's talking about lead, he dropped the book and he run up the class and he take a bus. At the time, there's only two buses from Kingston to Westmoreland, and you get the last bus, and he went home, and he said he take a machete and he said he start chop up the jump pan, and his mom running down with the broom and said, "What happened to you? Going crazy, you're going crazy." So he take his mom in the bathroom and said to his mom, "Mom, you know what happened to his brother? What happened to your son? Why he's not going to school? Why he's walking around smoking weed and going crazy?" Mom said, What's going on?" The next door neighbor um, keep on give his mom lead to put in the
Oh,
drum, to tell his mom that if you put lead in the water, it will keep the water fresh, and it will don't make no moss grow in the barrel. In first time Jamaica,
oh,
we have barrel outside where we catch water.
yeah.
And he
Uh-huh.
said, yeah, he don't really drink water like he said he never used to drink water like that. You know? He's like a coconut guy or sugarcane guy, so he never really drink water. But his brother, like to cook, and older brother like to make sugar and water. And when he tell his mom what's going on, they just start to deck their house. So the mom get new barrel and put on top of the roof, and you know, they realize because he passed to go to manage his brother first. His brother was the older one. He was in sixth form, and then he dropped out. And then he went to sixth form. Then his sister also passed from unity school. But the brother dropped out of school and started walk up and down and smoke weed and rub out hand nigger, and what in Jamaica we call a worthless nigger. And since he did that, after a while, he tell his man to take him to someplace in Montego Bay and he to test, and his lead was all in his blood. Even to this day, he said his brother still have lead in his blood. You know,
Yeah.
and I realized that in Jamaica, what a lot of people have outside kitchen. So you cook outside, so you have an outside kitchen, and most of the kitchen doesn't have a lock on it. So somebody now would hate you or against you. They would put stuff in your salt, put stuff in your sugar, put stuff in your flour, and you eat it, and then it would have an effect on you. And that's what he told me. That's what people can do to you. If you don't eat from people, or you keep your water that you're gonna drink in your house, keep your sugar in your house, keep everything in your house. People can't do nothing. And then I learned again that antifreeze, people in Jamaica, they're going to Obeah and Obeah man give them antifreeze to put in their next door neighbor water. And you go to the doctor and the doctor can't find what's wrong with you. They do all these tests and they can't find what's wrong with you because antifreeze doesn't show up in your system unless they do special tests for it. So I don't know why people still believe in there's Obeah. There's no such thing. If you don't eat from people, don't drink from people, keep your kitchen door locked. Or it's better you put the kitchen on your house where you can lock it. That's how people harm you. And I get that from a doctor, not from a rum drinker. It's from a doctor.
Okay.
Yes. So people wasting their money. Like my mom, I heard she was going to one and they told him to bring 15,000 every 2 weeks. That's a lot of money. And it almost killed her because they give all this bush to drink and it grows cirrhosis or whatever on her liver and she have to do surgery. So people, you should stop doing that because, they're working on your mental illness. They're working on your, Blessed One said, hello? Yeah. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Thank you to come around. Yeah, it's Plumber TV. Hello? Hello?
I'm here.
No, I'm not telling people not. I'm not telling Nurse James. I'm not telling people not to believe, not to exist. I'm telling people that witchcraft to me is not real. I'm not telling you not to believe in it, but I'm just telling you. For me, I know it's not real. I know it's not real, and there's a reason why I know it's not real. But if that's your belief, that's your belief. But to me, I don't see why people believe in it. But as you said, yeah, I'm not telling you not to believe in it, Nurse James. I'm just saying that's my belief because I know it's not real. But if that's your belief, good for you. But I think they're working on your mental. When you go to those people, they're working on your mental illness. Because I watching something on HBO the other day where this guy went to India and he have a chicken liver in his hand and he do like this and pinch the lady at his back of his neck, and when the guy zoom in on the camera, you can see that he pull out the chicken liver out of his jacket with the little blood on it, and then he use a little razor on his fingernail and he slit the lady at the back of his neck and do like this with little blood, and then he said, look, this is what's in you. And and people still believe in that. I don't get it. You can go on HBO and watch it. It's called a Myth of the Mythbuster. With they show stuff with Benny Hinn or Benny, whatever he called, this pastor, that evangelist that go around the world and said people can walk and this and that, and people should stop take their medication because they cure. Yeah, they were talking about that. That all these people that they pay as Confederate to come in and do that. There are people line up for days to see him, and when they never see him because it's not real. They don't pay the Confederate to go do it. So yeah, if you have a mental problem, you should talk to somebody. Everybody say they have a friend. Call your friend and say, you know what? I feel some type of way. I'm thinking this thing about me. I don't know why I'm thinking like this. I don't know what's going on. As what the mental health specialist said. Talk to somebody. Talk to a pastor. Yeah. Talk to a pastor. Talk to a friend. You know. What Blessed One said. Blessed One. Yeah. Blessed One. All right. Prayer. Yes, Blessed One. Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of people afraid to talk to their friend because their friend also have a friend, and if you say something to your friend, you think if you say something to your friend, you're gonna tell it his friend, and then they're gonna laugh at you because there's a stigma on it. So maybe that's why Blessed One most people don't talk to a friend. Well, you too talk to your friend, but but some people afraid of talking to their friend. All right, you know. Anybody else out there want to put in a comment for the mental health specialist? Yeah, well, no, we're not talking about James. We're not talking about spiritual warfare. We're talking about we're talking about mental illness. We're not saying your spiritual warfare is not real, but we're talking about what affecting people right now because me, myself know people who's going through it. People in my family that go through it, so, and me myself, I have to go through therapy too when my brother died, and after my brother died because yeah, he was apart from my kids, it was the closest thing to me. We live together, we have plans. So yeah, so I'm not talking. If you believe in spiritual warfare, yeah, that's your thing. Good for you. But I'm talking about the people that suffering from real mental illness that should go and seek help. Go and seek help. I'm not saying you should not go to your church, but go and seek help. Because that's what my friend family did. They take him to the church, they pray for him, they tell him to stop taking medication, and now he's in a cell with cellmate because he killed his wife. Allegedly killed his wife. You know? So I know it's real. If prayer worked for you, Nurse James, good for you. But anything else out there? So why do hello? So why do people believe that hunger prayer? Because in the chat, people believe that hunger prayer can help.
Yes, we are from Jamaica. Most of these people, I'm not sure, but I think some of these people are from Jamaica. We are from a religious nation, religious country. We believe in God. We
But
believe
we
in
have common
healing.
sense too, don't we?
You understand what I'm saying? Yes, they're not saying. I don't think anyone is disputing the fact that there's mental illness, but people still believe that there are some evil that can happen that's not related to nature. That people can do things like voodoo or witchcraft, whatever they call it. Now, everybody have their own opinion and their own belief, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. So, do you believe in family curse?
Yes, there. You can break the curse, or you can break it though.
All right.
Huh?
This is my opinion. Why I don't believe in family curse? We black people, we come from Africa. Do you believe that we come from Africa? Do you believe that our foreparents come on a slave ship from Africa?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
All right, that's what you were told.
Yeah.
So do you know the history of coming from Africa to the Caribbean? That when there's rough sea, they throw people overboard and they.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've heard about
So
it. Read about it.
most of those people that was in the slave trade, most of those European people that used to sell slave, their family still rich. So why do their family, who the one, they are the one that commit the crime and they're not cursed. But we, the slave that come from Africa, who, our family cousin, our 6 cousin or 10 cousin get slaughtered, get murdered, get raped, and thrown overboard, eaten by shark, burned, and we are the one get cursed. We are the one have family curse, not the European.
Why do you think they're not cursed? Why do you think they don't have their own issues?
Because from I know I'm old now to know that the only people that I heard talk about family curse is black people. Is we Caribbean people or African American. I never heard I never well maybe I never go around. I'm living in America now 22 years. I never heard a European descent person said they have family curse.
They may not say it around us, but doesn't mean that they don't have it.
But every time I'm in an argument with around white people and European people and black people, the black person always come up with their curse. Why? I don't get it. It's family curse. It's this. It's this. Why? You know, in European family they have.
Don't say that.
In
That they don't have curse.
in European
Have you ever
family,
seen some things happening in the family and some European people and see coming down where mother murder father, father murder son, son come murder his wife. You never see those happening in families before. It happened. They just don't come and talk about it around us.
yeah. And the next thing, we said what you said? Oh well, I forget about them because they're talking about a different story. We're talking about mental health. So we claim that we got family curses. Understand what I'm saying? And with this, with that, but European people also have mental problems. They also have schizophrenic. They also bipolar. They also suffer from depression. They also suffer from postpartum depression. So why is only when an African descent person, like a Caribbean person, have in their family they have mental illness? Why? It's because their family curse. Why? I don't get it.
No. When you are saying that, being cursed doesn't mean that it's only mental illness. It could be some other things going on in the family. That's a curse. It doesn't have to be mental illness.
Yeah, but I just coming from
Jamaica. Label mental illness as a curse because of the stigma.
Okay.
Hear it.
Okay.
So we label mental illness as a curse.
Okay.
But curse, mental illness doesn't equal to curse. Curse doesn't equal to mental illness. It could be violence. It could be other things in families.
Okay.
You know, that's a curse.
You say violence, but that's what I was saying. The European, they're vile, they're vicious against people that are coming to the Caribbean or South America 400 years ago, 500 years ago. But our family was the one that getting vicious, but why we are the one that curse in that reward? That's why I don't understand. And most of us from African descent, we're still in poverty. And
but you have to understand, all Africans are not cursed and don't claim to be cursed and don't claim to have family cursed. All Africans don't, but some families do have curses, if you know what I mean. But every family, I'm sure everybody in this room, this chat room right now, doesn't have curse on the family. Some families are cursed.
And what would you call it? What would you tell me a definition of what you would call a curse? Because I'm kind of, what's the definition of a curse?
Let somebody in the chat explain to you what is a curse when they say your family cursed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just leaving Jamaica and I saw a girl eating out of a garbage pan naked. And somebody said, leave him alone, because I was trying to get help to take him to the hospital or to the infirmary. So I said, leave him alone, and before the curse go on you because his family is cursed.
No, that's not what people call curse.
But
That's not what people call
that's
curse.
what everybody
My
said to me. Leave him
perspective.
alone. Leave him alone because I was trying to get help to put him in a car.
No, that's not what they mean. They are talking. No, you have to understand our
Yeah.
culture and how people talk about certain things. Leave her alone and don't let the curse touch you. It's like they say demons in her, don't let it come on you. Now I'm telling you based on what I grew up hearing.
Okay, okay.
That's not the curse. The curse is when your mother was a thief, your son come a thief, the grandson come a thief and a criminal. That is a curse. It doesn't have to be no mental illness. The curse is the generation from the top coming down. They cannot prosper. They do all kind of evil things and just no prosperity.
So
Family
you think
is coming down. That's a curse.
you think it's bad training, like bad teaching from the family? I think it's bad teaching. Like I tell you a story. There was a story I read the other day where
Somebody said incest and killings. That is true. That
uh,
is a curse. It comes right down. Yes.
no, it's that's what I'm saying. It can be teaching from the family going down. It can be teaching because I give you a story. There's a lady frying a fish, and the daughter said to her, "Mom, why you always cut the fish? And it's a small fish." She said, "Because I see my mom do it." So do you ever ask your mom why she cut it? No. So she called her mom and said, "Mom, why do you cut the fish?" Mom said, "Because I saw my mom do it back in China." So she called her mom back in China and said, "Mom, what? This is 3 generations now. Mom, why do you cut the fish? Why you always cut the fish?" The grandmother said, "Back in China, I was poor, and we have one pot, and it's a small pot. It's very small. So we always have to cut the fish for the fish to hold in the pot. So that's why we cut the fish." Nobody never asks why you cut the fish until the granddaughter asks. So it's just like in a family when there is a thief, the father is a thief. He probably teach a son the trade or bring the son on a mission once or twice and they get away. So it's like a rush, you know? So it become a thief too.
Yeah. But then when if you go further into psychology and look, then you have the nurture, what they call nurture versus nature.
Okay,
Right?
that's what I'm
Nature
talking about.
is being born in it, and nurture is the environment influencing you. So it all depends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't believe in generation curse. I believe in nurture. You pass it on. It's like a magician trick. You pass it on down to the family. Do you understand? Yeah.
But you have people who break generational curse. You have people who break it. There is generational curse, and you have some generation who come up and break the curse. They break away from what the rest of the family has been doing.
Yeah, but I want to say it's a curse. I would say it's a tradition. I want to say it's a curse. To me, it's like
It's a tradition.
it's
It's a
a
tradition.
yeah
It's a bad tradition. It's a
yeah it's
curse.
a tradition. Like I'm here in the U.S. and I know there's a guy. He was 19 working for me, and he worked for me, but he's a hard worker. But if he work full time, he doesn't get Section 8. So he work part time to get Section 8. So when I realized it's something that his great grandmother usually it's like I wouldn't say a welfare baby, but um, he pulled out his EBT card and showed me, yeah, I'm on this, I'm on that. So I said, why? If you work full time, you make so much more money that you can buy a house or pay your rent. Why would you cut hours to make less than $800 a month when you could make that in less than a week? So
Bad habits.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a generation thing. It's a generation thing. It's not a curse. It's a teaching coming from. It's a teaching coming down. Do you understand that? Do this, do that, and you can get away with it. Do you understand? It so people don't um hello Beckford. Yeah, yeah, good night. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a curse. It's a like a hand me down thing. So people get away like I know people that they half of their family been to jail because they growing up see their grandfather selling a giant on the street, their father selling a giant on the street, and their brother selling a giant on the street. So they decide that I'm not gonna sell giant on the street. I'm gonna get a job at McDonald's. Then he become a supervisor, and then he own a McDonald's because he don't want to go to jail. Because he know if he go on the street to sell a giant, he gonna go to jail. Like his father have a record, like his grandfather have a record, like his father have a record, like his uncle have a record, and like his brother have a record. So he go work at McDonald's, clean the floor, sweep the floor, clean the bathroom, flip burger, and now he own like 10 McDonald's franchise. So I want to say he break the curse. I said he didn't want that perm. He didn't want to go to jail. He don't want to. He like his freedom. Do you understand? He like to work for his money. You
So
know?
you say you don't believe there's a generational curse? Is
No,
that what you're saying?
no, because no, I don't believe in it because it doesn't
Biblical,
exist.
though. It's biblical. It is biblical.
Yeah, a lot of things in the Bible is biblical, but
It is biblical. So, you know.
yeah. So since you believe in it, do you think you're cursed?
Huh?
Do you think you're from a family that curse?
No, I'm from a family of blessings. And
Okay.
like I told you,
So
not all black families are cursed. Some families are cursed, but not all.
so
That's
for,
what I'm saying. You can't stigmatize and stereotype black families because black people are not all cursed. Not all families are cursed.
so yeah, that's why I say I don't believe that black people have curse because if I should believe that black people have curse, I never heard a white person say their family curse.
They may not say, but they can inherit the generational curse. I mean, mother have a crack pipe, daughter have a crack pipe, granddaughter have a crack pipe, and the whole family is crack addict, and
But
you know, look at all of them, you see meth all over them. It's a curse.
probably that's not curse. Probably just pass the country on the left hand side. You know that song? Pass the country. So, yeah. So probably that's not really curse. It's just pass the country
Yeah,
around.
you have different kind of curse. Somebody in there says incest. That's a curse too. From
In,
generation to
sorry.
generation, the grandfather
Insect.
have sex with the mother. It come on right down the line. It's a family curse. It's
So blessed
generational
one.
curse.
All right. So lesson one say incest. All right. So that's not a curse. That's nastiness. That's nastiness. That's
So
incest.
you're the only one who is saying it's not a curse.
No, that's nastiness. That to me that's nastiness. That to have sex with your child, that's nastiness. That's incest. That person should
That's a
put.
curse. That's a generational curse. Incest is generational curse. It is.
But how is a generational curse when it doesn't travel down along? Because it's happened in. It's not. It don't happen in black family. It happen in white family too. But they never heard they say they curse. You heard they say they're nasty.
They say. You keep saying they never say. They don't have to say it, you know, or not say it. It's there. So they don't have to, say it.
Okay. Somebody saying.
Yes, but any other mental health concerns? Because I'm getting ready to I have another Zoom. I have a Zoom coming up.
Yeah, so before the mental health specialist get off the line, do any other question that well the blessed one and nurse James they having a prayer thing and Carol Beckford, yeah, she then any question from Miss Beckford? Hello.
And Blessed One says, poverty may be seen as a curse, yes, but education eradicates it.
Yeah, But I don't call it a curse. I don't call poverty a curse.
I mean, anything that
But don't call it
pass
a
down
curse.
from one
Don't call
generation
it
to
a
the
don't
other.
call it a curse. You know, when I was growing up, I know people that very poor, like real poor, like poor. And but when you go to the even the even if the in the floor in their house is dirt, it's really clean. It's like spotless. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they're happy.
Yeah.
Even though they're poor, they're happy. And I'm in America and I know people who have it. Like they're rich. But when you go where they're at, it's like even now in Jamaica, like a lot of people in Jamaica say they're rich now and we are second class people in the world now. But when you look in their yard, you can, or in their house, you can't believe. I said, if this is what riches is, then I rather poor. Because to me, poorer people usually take care of themselves more than now.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
And you remember growing up way back in the days,
Yeah.
way back in the days when people had nothing, how happy people were?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I just said.
Okay.
That's what
Okay.
I was saying.
Now you have the world and you're watching over your back. You so unsafe. There's so much going on. You can't even enjoy what you have. So,
That's what I'm talking about. Back in the days, I know people usually so poor, but they're so nice, they're so kind. They give you what they
yes,
don't have. They will take out their heart and give it to you.
yes,
And
yes,
now we so-called what third generation, what they call us. We are so
Gen
cold.
Z
We are
and
so
Gen X and Gen Y,
right. Give you an example.
regardless.
All right. I used to be a kind. I'm a kind person. So I know this person. I help them out. They were in difficulty. I help them out. So when I start my YouTube channel, I said, hey, can you subscribe to my? I just helped them out like a month ago. Can you subscribe to my YouTube channel? Oh, you gotta give me $300. You want to make money off me?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, right there. I lose my. I didn't know what else to say. Why hang up the phone?
But let me tell you how you can measure the change. Let me tell you how to measure the change in society and in our culture and our kindness. Look, when you have a dead yard now. Way back when you have dead yard, you have breadfruit coming, yam coming,
I
banana
said the
coming. People
same thing the
bringing
other
stuff to
day.
you.
I said the same
Now
thing
you
the
have
other
a
day.
dead yard, people coming and taking away from you.
In fact,
Nobody
hey, hold
bring
up,
them
hold
a
up, hold up,
banana.
hold up. They come with a plastic bag. They come with two big bowl in it and a big jug, and they fill it up with soup. Oh, I'm bringing it for so and so. I'm bringing it for so and so, and you know.
It's changed. It is different. It has changed.
And usually you have a dead yard. People come and help dig the grave and help clean the place. And
Blessed
no,
one, read what blessed one say.
no,
Blessed
blessed
one trying
one.
to tell
Read
you
what blessed one
something.
said. No, no, you gotta pay them to do it.
He said,
Hello?
that's why it may be seen as a curse. It's carelessness why some are poverty, example a gambler father.
Well, yeah. That's yes, blessed one. Gambling. Well, my, my father gamble. I'm not a gambler. And my father
But
used to gamble.
your father is different. Your father doesn't gamble like gamble and doesn't work, just gamble and loses
Okay,
money.
okay, 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 okay.
It's different when people just get up and go gamble, sit at the table and gamble all day and never have a job. They just gamble.
Oh, like addiction.
Yes.
But my brother did addicted to gambling, but you know he worked, so I don't understand. It would work, but then he would go gamble like for 24 hours non-stop.
And there's treatment for that too. So if you know anyone who has a gambling habit, it's a compulsive disorder, and there's treatment for that too.
That's what I'm telling people that, and they say, no, why you just don't stop? No, it's just like a person that smoke a cigarette. You can't just stop. Some
No,
people say,
because it does work, and there's a certain part of the brain that stimulate that reward system, like drugs and alcohol, and it keeps on giving them. They have that impulse to keep doing it over and over. So
yeah, and there's a story out there. The, the next thing people you just said, oh yeah, I can stop. I stop when I feel like. That means you didn't stop because you say you stop when you feel like. So you're still smoking, don't it?
uncontrollable, the
Right.
urge.
But they always say I stop when I want. I just stop. But it's
Yeah,
still smoke. You probably don't smoke in public, but you still smoke because
still smoke.
in your car
And
you
that's
have a
why they
cigarette
make
butt.
these drugs to help you quit smoking
Yeah,
because it's so hard.
right. It's just like person that addicted to like cocaine and meth and
Right.
yeah, like it's addiction. Just like people are addicted to pain pill.
Yep.
It's you can't just break it. That's why the drugs company making so much money because and that's why on this pain pill they have warnings on it, and the doctor always give you a certain amount and warn you because there's real addiction out there,
Yep.
just like real mental health out there. It's real. Don't make fun of it. Don't put people down because they have a mental illness. You know.
Yeah. There's so many mental illnesses out there. Sometimes we have it and we're not even aware that we have a mental illness. But believe me, we all maybe, battling something, whether it's addiction, anxiety, some phobia, just being afraid of going somewhere, afraid of speaking, that social phobia, so we all battle something.
Yeah, as I said, I know this girl Keisha, and we used to work at the same hotel together, and she was nice, bright girl, go to morning school, sixth form of like 14 subject, and when I see her, I couldn't believe it was her. And the first thing the dumb people, I shouldn't say dumb, but the first thing the people say to me, leave her alone. She's family. You don't know her family, you know, and why we let our family why we don't help our family because there's help in Jamaica. Why we let our family on the street? Why we are so cold and heartless? And then we say we love. I don't get it. Cause as I say to somebody in Jamaica, we make our family who have mental problem walk on the street, eat out the garbage pan, do all this stuff. But if they die tomorrow morning, we start to cry. Oh yeah, I love him and this and
Hi,
that.
Chris, somebody's asking a question I want to answer. Can thyroid illness cause depression?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, your thyroid, a malfunctioning thyroid can give you symptoms of depression or anxiety. So, usually, if you have such symptoms, the clinician or the mental health provider or the psychiatrist usually want to rule out thyroid problems before they start giving you medications for anxiety or depression or any psychoactive medications, because sometimes it can be from your thyroid. That's a big issue that causes symptoms of mental illness. People start on medication, antidepressant, and then when you look, it's a thyroid issue. So if you have symptoms, always make sure your doctor, do these studies on you to see. Also, vitamin deficiencies like vitamin B12, vitamin D deficiency can give you symptoms of mental illness. So always have those ruled out before starting any mental illness, any medication for depression or anxiety. Also, if you're taking steroids, it can cause you to have those symptoms of depression,
I
anxiety.
not
So
reading.
rule those out first.
That's blessed one. So next question. This is from me. Why does when Jamaican people have like high blood pressure and diabetes and any form of sickness, why do they have a stigma against it?
Okay, so is there a stigma against diabetes and high blood pressure in Jamaica? I'm not sure.
Yes, there is.
Well, I was in the dark on this one because I was not sure because I'm always trying to tell patients, okay, when you have high blood pressure, diabetes, kidney problem, y'all go to the doctor, y'all get help, y'all talk about it. But when you have mental illness, it's like you shut down, you hide it.
Yes,
Everybody deserves
yes,
privacy. You have the
yes.
right to privacy. Remember, you have the right to your privacy.
Privacy,
But just like
yes.
you can have a heart attack, you can have a kidney failure, you can also have issues with your brain. It's just another organ of your body.
That's what I always say to people, and they always say, "Oh, you're crazy. You don't understand." I say, "What not? What's not to understand? What's not to
It's just
understand?"
another organ of your body.
Yeah.
Treat it just the same. Respect it
You
like
know,
you
really?
respect your heart.
Oh,
Care for it like you care for your kidney. Be
all
open
right.
if you want to, just like you're
Can
open
you read?
about issues with your heart, your lungs.
Can you? Yeah, but I don't know why people don't always hide it. Next one.
Um,
I'm blessed with the one say thank you. What's the next one?
you're welcome. You're welcome. Somebody's saying, who is this?
All
Wild
right.
Rich? And I have like five
Risk,
minutes left.
risky,
Huh?
unstoppable. Why rich, unstoppable? What is it? It's no addiction. He said it's no addiction. It's just his mind. He used to smoke and he just quit.
I have to disagree. I have to disagree
Yeah, rich, unstoppable.
101%.
Yeah, I disagree with you.
It is addiction is terrible, and that is why we have this opioid epidemic right now in the United States, not just the US, but that's why we have
It's
that
all over
opioid
the world.
epidemic.
It's all over the world.
It's because of addiction.
I was learning some. I was looking at something the other day and see that England hooked China and heroin and opioid and heroin back in the days and put them in debt. Where you used to get it from Afghanistan and take it there to trade. And
Wow.
I couldn't believe, and that's when when they run up in bankruptcy. That's how they leased them part of what you call it part of China, and
Oh,
I couldn't believe that's how they used to own Hong Kong. That's how England used to own Hong Kong, and
oh,
it was like a 99-year lease. So now China take it over because the lease is up.
wow.
So it's real. It's a real It's a real thing. That's why in most
Yes.
Asian countries they catch with drugs, the sentence is death. Because it's a real thing. It's a real it break family. It make people go homeless. It's
Yes.
it's a real thing. Not everybody have the strong will like you, rich and stubborn. You probably have a strong will and a good determination. Good for you. You good for you. But not everybody's like that. I used to say I don't have a
And some drugs are more addictable than others.
yeah. Some things are more addictive than others. Not only drugs, because it's not only drugs addictive.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because I always say to myself that I I don't smoke, I hardly drink, I drink socially, and I gamble socially. What's my addiction? A couple years ago I went to a therapy, and by talking and talking and talking, he pointed out my addiction. And it was funny because I didn't think it was addiction. I thought I was helping people.
What's
Yeah,
the addiction?
I can't say no. When somebody make me something.
Oh, okay.
Like you, even if the person stab me in the back 1,000 times, I always want to help that person because it's in me. I forgot what it, there was a diagnosis for it. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I have
Well,
I call it savior syndrome or something. I don't remember what it called. Like savior syndrome or something like. I'm always want to try to
I think I heard about that.
save somebody or help somebody. But I told her it's not really. It's because how I grew up.
I think is it savior complex?
Yeah, say yeah, something. Yeah, yeah. But I told her it's not. But there's two different persons tell me that. Two different specialists tell me that. But I told them it's not that. It's I think it's just how I grew up. You know. I think is how I grew up and people are always reaching out to help me.
Blessed
So
one. What the blessed one said people get addicted to. What is that? Drugs too? What is that?
blessed one, um, blessed one. Hello. Um, PX. What's PX? What's PX drugs too? Okay. Okay.
I was. What is he talking? I'm not sure what he's saying.
PX. I gotta get off that topic anyway because get off drugs topics because yeah, he's talking about drugs like people addicted to PX. I don't know what is PX. I don't, oh, pharmaceutical
Okay.
drugs. Okay. People probably he said people addicted to pharmaceutical drugs.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a lot of stuff out there, but
Yeah, prescription drugs. Yes, that is so true
so
because
do
you
you
have people who have genuinely have pain and get prescription medications, and that's how they become. That's how they become addicted to the opioids.
so
That's where it starts for other people.
so do you think all of that come back around to mental illness?
Addiction is a mental illness. Substance use and substance abuse, drug abuse is a mental illness.
Okay, so all of it fall in the same come in the same category.
It is mental illness.
Oh, I see. So so why they don't say it's a mental why they say addiction then? It's just a different category of mental illness.
It's not necessarily a different category. Why they say depression? Why they say schizophrenia? I mean, they just didn't say mental illness cover everything. They have different classes, different categories.
Okay,
So,
different category.
yeah,
Okay,
addiction.
I see. Wow. So 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 that means people that suffer from depression, that mean they're not crazy. They just, especially a lot of ladies suffer from postpartum depression and they hide it. They cover it up. So do you think they should go and get help? Because
Of course, anyone who is suffering from any kind of mental illness needs to get help. You do not have to even go into a doctor's office. We have many mental health professionals, counselors, psychiatrists, nurse practitioners who are online
do they
waiting
have
for you to
online? Do
get
you know
in touch.
you know any good online portal where you can link to the chat where people can call if they have suicide thought or
Well,
you know
if you have suicide thoughts,
no
the first number to call is 911. That's the first number to call.
are people
911.
people who suffer from, postpartum depression or mental health or nervous. In Jamaica, we say nervous breakdown. You know.
Well, every state has what you call mental health hotline.
Oh,
You have 911, and then you have SAMHSA, which is the mental health substance abuse disorder, and they do have local numbers in every state, every city, every jurisdiction has those numbers. But for any emergency, you do not even want to call this mental health number. You want to call 911. I think there's a 81800 suicide number. There's one which I will post, but always rely
your
on
local.
your 911.
Okay.
And if you have issues, that is so the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. I'm going to put it in there. It's 800 273 8255. I put it in the chat. So that's the National Suicide, and they will get in touch, get you to the right place. But if you have any issues,
I think Blessed One asking your question. Blessed One said that menopause can cause depression.
menopause.
Allegedly, I use the word allegedly. Okay.
In menopause, you're going through several changes, but it's not like a cause. It puts you at a higher risk when you're going through depression. When you're going through menopause, it puts you at the higher risk of developing depression.
Oh.
And also remember that depression starts, especially if it's naturally start at a certain age. And with that age, your risk for depression increase as well, right? If you do surgery and you go through menopause at an earlier age, of course you have hormone imbalances because certain organs are removed, certain hormones are not being produced as normally.
You don't have as much testosterone or what's going on?
Well, when you start to fail, when you start to lose your estrogen and progesterone and all that kind of stuff, it can trigger your mood swings.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And when you mood swing, that's a form of depression too, or.
Well, depression is a mood disorder. Now, depression is a mood disorder. Bipolar is a mood disorder. Schizophrenia is a thought disorder. I mean, it's not easy to break it down like that. But you may not understand, like the layperson may not understand, but depression and bipolar is mood. When you talk about schizophrenia, it's your thoughts.
Okay. So like you could see somebody who you interact with normally every day, but you don't know, you cannot know that he suffer from bipolar or schizophrenia. Can you know?
Unless they're having active symptoms, you just can't look at a person and tell. If they're on the medications, you may never tell unless they're going through a crisis.
Okay, so that's why people should not afraid to go seek help when they have mental problems, don't it?
No. Well, the thing is that mental illness has no boundaries. You have nurses and doctors who are mentally ill who take their medications every day and come out and serve the other people out there who are not taking their medications. So it has no boundaries, really.
Yeah. So do you know where this belief come from? Or you know where this thing come from, where people like throw away a family member if they think they're crazy, or lock them away, or run them away, or take them to a different parish and drop them off and leave them? Do you know why?
It's more, again, we go back to where the initial discussion, it's more prevalent in certain cultures than others, and it's a stigma that's attached to it because they are cursed or because they did something wrong or wickedness. That's why they're mentally ill. That's the stigma. But like I said, we're moving away from that. Jamaica is moving away from that. Because growing up, you remember, folks used to stone madmen, call them this, throw things at them, stuff like that. You can't even do that anymore in Jamaica. People don't even do that anymore.
No, that's not true. As I said, I saw it, and that's when I look and say, "But wait, that's my friend, that's Keisha," and that's when I stop and say, "Hey, can somebody come and help me to take her to the infirmary or over the hospital?" Just and like they want to stone me, think I'm crazy trying to help somebody. Huh?
Right. Somebody was asking about suicide in men. What's the question?
Suicide in men.
Well, more men are successful with suicide than women. Even though more women may consider suicide because men choose more lethal ways of suicide, more lethal ways.
I think man, blessed one, I think man go the quicker way or the easy. What do you say? The easier way.
More lethal. They're more lethal. The woman may do a suicide with a
like cut their wrist,
overdose or something.
Or cut their wrist or overdose.
Right.
And man just take a bullet. Or just
and
jump.
Remember that you have suicide and you have the self-harmers, right? You have people who just cut.
They call them a slicer.
Cut, but they're not doing it to kill themselves. They are self-harmers, but they are not attempting suicide.
And that's a form of mental health too, don't it? Mental problem too.
Of course, yes it is.
Oh. Like I used to know this person that he have like a tweezer, and he would sit and pull out all the ear on his arm, like, and one of his arms just pull out all the ear, like, even when there is no ear, he would just pulling.
And that's a mental illness. I think it's called trichotillomania? Trichotillomania, hair pulling disorder. Yeah, they just pull out the head, or wherever they have hair.
And somebody was asking me today that when I told him I'm gonna have a topic on mental health, he said I should ask or bring this comment. Why do black women hide postpartum depression when they have baby and they're going through it? Why they don't seek help?
You know what? I cannot answer why black women do certain things, but what I do know is that sometimes we normalize symptoms, we normalize things. Oh, it happened to me before. Oh, it happened all the time. Oh, it's normal for that to happen. So sometimes it's not like black women or women do not want to come out and say I'm having this issue, but we make it look like it's normal for it to happen and they don't seek help. Or it's because you just have baby why you feel like that. You know? So they normalize it and
so it become normal when it's harming it's like if I tell you, I'm thinking this way, and so the other person will make it normalize by saying, oh yeah, it always happens when you have a first child or have a second child too quick, So they make it look like it's normal, don't it? When it's something you should say, you should go and seek help.
Yes, yeah. It's because it's a first baby. You will get used to hitting too. You will get used to this. No.
It's not something you should get used to. It's something you should go seek help at all times.
Something you go seek help for. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna wrap it up now because I have to go. But it was very nice being on here, and listening to what everybody has to say, and just sharing ideas and thoughts and stuff like that. So next time,
Yes.
I don't have a lot of content on my channel. I've been putting up some time, but nothing up there really right now.
So you should go over to what's your channel?
Mental wealth.
Mental wealth.
I'll drop a link. I'll send you the link or something. You can put it there, or you can share it whenever.
Yep.
Yes, but I'm not really posting much content on there, but it was nice.
Yeah, you should do a live on your
Very
channel,
nice.
and you should, so blessed one, you can go over to her channel and subscribe, and our whosoever here need some advice of what you're going through. She is a licensed practitioner, and yes, she can help you.
I'm licensed in Washington. If you're in Washington, I'm licensed in Washington. I'm licensed in Wyoming, Arizona, Connecticut, and DC. So if you're in any of those places and need psychiatric care or know anybody who needs psychiatric help, I am licensed to practice in those states.
There's a website. Do you have a website?
I'm going to send the website in a minute.
And there's a number that you can call also, so you can put it up. That's yes. Okay,
so this is my channel. I'm putting it. This is my website. I place my website here. That's how you get service if you need anything. And this is I think this is my Facebook page. Y'all can follow if you need. I post more on the Facebook page than on YouTube. I post the pointers and little help stuff for y'all.
Yeah, so you should go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe, and follow her. That you so anybody in the chat needs some help or needs some advice. She also have a YouTube channel and a Facebook channel, and it'll be in the link, so you can click on the link. And
I'm working on one thing. It's called Mental Wealth Score. Know your mental wealth score. So that is something I'm working on, and very soon I'll have that tool out where you can use it to kind of evaluate yourself and see where you stand. Your mental wealth score is not just your mental health. It involves your social support, your finance, your job, your criminal history, if you have a misdemeanor, if you take medications, if you have health insurance, all of that measures up, all of that counts toward your mental wealth score and tells you how prepared you are should something happen. So thank y'all for listening,
and what's your link again?
My what link?
For your YouTube channel and your Facebook.
My Facebook is there, and I did put my YouTube as well. It's in there. I'll put them in the chat.
Okay.
Yes, and if y'all want any information, if y'all want anything, just drop me something on YouTube and tell me if you want to discuss something, or if you want me to put a little educational piece up on my website for you. Just tell me, or you can reach out to Chris and tell him whatever.
Just send it to me. Send it to me on WhatsApp, and I put it in the link on my YouTube.
Okay, somebody said I'm only on YouTube. Well, on YouTube, if you go on one of my videos, you can just comment under it. You would like more content on depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, whatever. And remember, I put that suicide prevention number for you. And remember, call 911 if you have an emergency. If you have any thoughts of killing yourself or hurting yourself or anybody else, that's a 911 call. All right, thank y'all.
All right, thank you for coming, Mala. Thank you for participating in my life.
All right, bye. Take care.
All right, no problem. So, Blessed One, do you hear what's going on? So, if you want to call Blessed One, you can call, but we can do this next Sunday. Another topic on next Sunday. So we're gonna end the live right now. So hope you guys learn something. I hope you guys get some help today on your mental health, because it's something that a lot of people hide from and run from, and it's real. So don't stop being afraid to go get help, because help is there. There's a lot of help there for you. So throw away the stigma, go get help, because mental health is real. Okay, blessed one. Have a good night, and thank you, blessed one. Thank you for participating in my life. Enough respect, and come back again next time. And remember to hit the like button on the way out, and subscribe, like, and share to Plumber TV. Thank you. Good night. Hope to see you next time around. I'm gonna try to do more live coming up. So yeah, I think I have a lot to say and a lot to bring out. So blessed one, you need to call in next time and share, instead of writing, call in and share your thoughts, and maybe somebody out there will learn or gain something from your thoughts. So good night, everybody. Love you all. Peace out. Thanks for watching Plumber TV.